Alright, what's up ladies and gents? Welcome to what I'm going to try to make as a brief video. Kind of a character review on Keqing, because she's a 5-star, she's pretty rare. I've been playing her quite a lot, so yeah. I'm not going to go over artifacts, weapons, builds, all that stuff, because I myself am only AR26. I'm not really knowledgeable on that, but I just want to go over her abilities and, you know, my opinions on her. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Oh, wait, by the way, there's timestamps that you can check out if you want to skip to a certain part. All right, let's get into it. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is something that sometimes you don't even really notice. It's her passive. It's called Land Overseer. When dispatched on an expedition in leeway, time consumed is reduced by 25%. Now, if you have Bennett, you might recognize that, because he has the same thing for Mondstadt. Now, for Bennett, I think it's a decent passive, because, you know, he's not that great of a character. You can send him out on expeditions, which you can do right here, by the way. Talk to Catherine, and then dispatch character. But the thing with Keqing is she's or Keqing. I'm gonna mispronounce it the entire time. She's a 5-star character. You want to be using her, so sending her on dispatches, unless if you time it overnight. I guess you could time it overnight, but if you want to do it while you're playing, it's kind of stupid. That is her passive. All right, so Keqing is a one-hand sword user, and one of the fastest characters in the game when it comes to using her combos. And I'm going to start off with a regular tap combo. It looks like this. So that TP at the end is part of the combo. Notice that it takes a while to set up. Like the time between the first couple of slashes is way shorter than the last one. So I'm going to do it once more. You can kind of aim it. It's really good because you can dodge attacks with it. So let's say you're in a combo and he's about to jump you, like a boss. You just dash through. However, it is slow to do this and then to start a combo again. So what I have been doing when I'm doing my tap combos is this. So basically every time she's about to do her TP, although it's cool, to maximize DPS, I cancel it with a dash, and then I do another combo string. Yeah, it just feels that it does more damage that way. However, her hold is way better, and it is kind of where she gets a lot of her damage from. However, it does take stamina, so it looks like this. The first swing is the same as her tap combos, but you only need to hold once. So I hold once, it looks like this. Notice how I get pushed back. So let me position myself next to the grass. I get pushed back, but your enemy also gets propelled back. So if you're doing the Spiral Abyss, where, you know, there's enemies at the ledge, you can do this and just, you know, chuck them off. I think multiple characters can do this. I honestly haven't tried it all too much, but yeah, that is that. Okay, something to note is that you can, so like, this is how it would look if you just spam it. What I recommend doing in between, if you're, you know, you want to maximize damage, is move forward. Okay, wait, I'm kind of messing it up. Okay, I'm not really doing it perfectly, and it does drain stamina more because you're dashing, but you stay close to your opponent, so you don't miss because you're further back. You'll get used to the range after a while. So this is how the plunge attack looks like. Not too special. It's not as cool as like a Barbara, who transforms into water, or like I think any catalyst user, but it is pretty cool. So let's do it once more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now for her ability, there's 4 things I'm gonna go over when it comes to just her E alone, just her E ability. Oh, okay. Okay, so the first thing, and I'm gonna try not to spoil, is her E, and it just does initial damage. So it looks like this. Basically, you throw this pillar-looking thing, and it does damage upon impact. It doesn't do lasting damage, it just damages them on impact like this. No, my camera angle just switched, but... now using it like that, obviously it's not great, although it is on a very short cooldown for an ability. So this is where the second part comes in. You can detonate it, so you can, you know, you can throw it out, and you can detonate it. So this is how long it takes, you know, for just to stay there, and then it vanishes. But if you follow it up with a hold combo like this, wherever the hell you are, you don't even need to be looking at it, it explodes. And it'll do electro damage upon impact, and then electro damage upon detonation. So electro damage, and he's almost dead. But wait, there is more. All right, okay. Actually, no, this is good. So what you can do with your E is throw it out, and instead of doing your hold combo, you can E to it. You'll do initial electro damage, and as you can see, your sword is empowered, and it looks like this. And basically, your regular attacks are now going to be electro attacks. So you're thinking to yourself, oh, that's great, you know, if I'm fighting against fire, I'm going to do a ton of damage. Yes, it is really good. Plus, it helps getting closer, because like if you do this, and you want to do your hold, you have to run up to it to maximize your damage, because otherwise you're just wasting a hold M1. It is really good, but the one downside is this. If I'm fighting against electric enemies, let me show you. You see that immune? I'm literally not doing any damage until the electricity wears off and I have my regular weapon again. That is something that you gotta be really careful for, because you might lose a ton of damage by not realizing that you're in the electro mode. So what do you do in this scenario? Well, first of all, don't use electric against electric, but just use your hold like this to do a ton of damage. Yeah, that's your E. And now the fourth thing I want to talk about with your E is not only can you just throw it out, you can actually aim it. Now in combat, that is not a good thing. It's not something that you want to do, but here is where it gets, you know, spicy. Also, let me just overload these sons of guns. In traveling, it becomes really nice because you can teleport to it and you can gain a lot of distance. So instead of just jumping off like this, what I can do is position it like this, with hold E, let go, and then E again, and then start gliding. Now you can do this to make distance vertically, like I just, horizontally, like I just did, like that, or you can, but this is kind of difficult. You can use it in a vertical way as well. So usually you want to position yourself like this, because if you do it like this, I'm going to show you. If you try to aim it like this, you're not going to be able to move it pretty far. So you want to use it like diagonally a little bit like this. Do it like that, and then this entire distance, instead of climbing, I can just press E and attach to the wall. I was looking the other way, that's why she turned around. And so I could have made this by regularly doing it, but I think without my E, with the stamina that I currently have, I would not have been able to do this with any other character. So yeah, she basically gains distance, making you go further, but she also saves you stamina, which you can then use later on to gain more distance. So yeah, that's her E. Honestly, the coolest part about her kit. Alright, now the ultimate ability is, if you've ever played Paladins, I basically see it like a Koga ult. Basically what you do is you get an immunity frame, which means you cannot be hit. And you just slash everything around you, so I'll show you. You don't have to do anything. You just do a ton of damage while you're in that animation. And when it's done, you have like one last hit. And that's all electro damage. Now her ult charges insanely quickly. Like, you can have it out constantly. Let me try to find some more monsters. So notice how it's already at like, what, 30%? I'll show you if I just hit them like this. Obviously, I'm killing them as well, which also gives me charge. But yeah, I already have it again. It just is that good. Now, I don't really know how to show you the immunity frames, unless if I find a boss, but I don't really want to. But look at my health, 8397. I'm gonna try to get him to hit me. So that is 98 damage. If he shoots again, and if I time it correctly, I don't think he shot. Okay. Well, okay, my point is, if he shot, and the trajectory was, like, it was traveling towards me, and I pressed my Q, I wasn't gonna take any damage. That's just how that works. So a really good ult as well, on top of the fact that she already does a lot of base damage. And that is pretty much it for her abilities. I've been talking for a very long time. I'm also going to talk about... Okay, wait, let me just get rid of this guy. If you want to know how I got her, skip the video, because I'm going to talk about... I'm just quickly going to glance over the constellations and all that stuff, which might not be important. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, currently, okay, I can only really show it this way, but to ascend to 60, you're gonna need these materials. So, core lapis, whopper flower nectars, and then shimmering nectars, and then, you know, the big version after that are very important. Lightning prisms are important as well, and then these variata amethyst fragments. So, if you are planning to get Keqing, you should be doing your hypostasis. You know the ones I'm talking about. I'll show you in just a second. Because they both, they drop both of these items, which you need. Core lapis you can find in Leeway. I would recommend using an interactive map for that and just farming as much as you can. And then the nectars I'll also show you. So if you go to your adventurer's handbook, go to your bosses. These thingies right here are going to drop the crystals that you need and the electro prisms that you need, the lightning prisms. And then your cryo whopper flowers, or whatever whopper flowers, doesn't really matter, are going to drop your nectars, which you're also going to need. So if you're planning to get her, farm these ahead of time. The whopper flowers you can just farm as much as you want. I mean, they do take some time to respawn, but you don't need any resin for it. And the electro hypostasis, you do. I'm not pronouncing that right, but you do need resin for that. So if you're gonna spend resin, spend it on that if you're preparing for her. Okay, that is her her ascension. Her talents, yeah, this is just, you know, explaining the abilities. I'm gonna quickly glance over this. I'm not gonna talk about them because I'm not at the point where I really think about that just yet. And this is how much it takes to level up to level 2. I don't know how much it's going to take for level 3. I can't really show you. But you're going to need Teachings of Prosperity, which you can get from these two on these 3 days. And you're going to need, again, you're going to need more whopper flower nectars. So you should really be farming this at all times that you're playing the game, because you're going to need a ton of them. Yeah. Let's go back. And then her constellations, I don't have any, but I'm quickly going to show you. Just pause them when you wanna, like, if you wanna read it, because I'm honestly not too bothered with it. I think you're not gonna get her, like, all her constellations free to play. There's just no way you're gonna be able to do that. So this is if you're investing a lot. And then my stats, this is at level 50, but obviously I'm also using what you call it, artifacts. I think she gets inherent crit chance and damage, but I'm not entirely sure. But obviously these stats are 50, they're going to change whether you're a different level. Okay, and then lastly, I want to touch on how did I get her, and how would I recommend you getting her. I'm going to show you my characters. She is my only 5-star that I currently have at AR 26, although I am trying my hardest to get Klee. So, yeah. The way I got her is by re-rolling. Now, I'm not going to explain in detail what re-rolling is, because there's a ton of videos. But if you are new to the game, and you think you're going to like the game, then I would recommend re-rolling. If not, then there's other ways to get her. It's just going to be way more difficult, or, you know, time-consuming. So... basically, the only way you get characters like Keqing, like 5-stars, is by doing wishes. Wishes you can find on PC by pressing F3. You can go to these events. Now the best way, in my opinion, to get 5 stars is the beginner novice's wishes, the ones that have no L on the banner. You get 20 of those. I would prioritize doing those because there's a decent chance you're gonna get something. Getting a 5-star is pretty rare there, but you know, it could happen. If those are done, however, that is when you really have to start grinding. Now, besides the beginner packs, I think the best way of making sure that you get her is by waiting for her banner. So as you can see right now, Klee has her banner. I don't know when you're watching this video, but at some point I am assuming Keqing is going to get her own banner. And the way these things work, I'm also not going to go into a lot of detail, but if you get a 5-star out of these banners, there's a 50% chance that it is going to be the character on it. And you can secure a 5-star by doing 90 wishes. So what I would recommend doing is, if you really want Keqing, is to start saving up Primo Gems. Start saving up enough Primo Gems to do 90 wishes. I'm quickly going to grab my calculator. That would be 144,000 Primo Gems that you're going to need. That is a lot. I think if you want to purchase that, that is, let me check. 144. Wait, am I? Wait, no, I'm tripping. Hold up. Oh, no, I'm tripping. it's 14,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, 14,000, which is, you can almost get that by spending 110 bucks. And then you can do your 90 wishes and you have a 50% chance of getting her. If you don't get her at that point, your next 5-star is going to be her. So the very worst case scenario, if you want to secure her, you're going to have to open 180 wishes on her banner. Now, it could take half a year before that banner is out. It could even take longer. I'm not sure. So if you really want to just try it now, it's more risky. But if you want to try to unlock her, in my opinion, right now, it is best to you go for these banners. And the sooner the better. Like, the less characters there are, the better. Because if you get a 5-star on this, yes, there's a 50% chance that it is Klee, in this case the banner character, but you cannot get a weapon out of this. So if you scroll down, if you get a 5-star item, it's either 50% chance of getting Klee, or 10% for getting Mona, 10% for getting Dilok, 10% Jean, 10% Chi-Chi, 10% Keqing. These are your best odds if you do want to try for it. I'm just telling you now, the amount of grind or money you're going to have to put into the game is ridiculous. It'll take you a very long time. I would not recommend these. I just wouldn't. If you do get Acquaint Fates, you can wish for this. But like, out of the 5-star stuff you can get, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's like a 6% chance that you get her, if it is a 5-star. So it's just lower than the Klee one. But yeah, that's my recommendations. That's what I would do. I personally think she's a really fun character. I like playing her. I like playing her. So if you want to try to go for her, you know, I definitely recommend. Anyway, I was gonna make this video brief. It's already at 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.